Hi. Welcome back. Today is day 2 of the book, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. And it's all small stuff. It's simple ways to keep the little things from taking over your life. And the book is written by Richard Carson, PhD. Anyway, it has amazing life lessons. And day 2, we will be talking about make peace with imperfection. A lot of people, when I go live or when I have one-on-ones, they would always talk about perfectionism. And it always makes sense to me why these people gravitate towards me because I was a perfectionist as well. Now, there are pros and cons of perfectionism. Let's talk about the cons of perfectionism first, right? Because this is what the book is teaching us. And it says, I've yet to meet an absolute perfectionist whose life was filled with inner peace. The need for perfection and the desire for inner tranquility conflict with each other. It does. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. It does, right? Because you cannot walk towards inner peace or have peace within yourself and at the same time be a perfectionist. I can tell you that from my own experience. Because when I was a perfectionist, trying to make everything perfect, everyone perfect, myself perfect, everything I did perfect, there was no inner peace, anxiety, depression, which all of it are not real, but it was in my mind. This is how I thought. This is how I saw the world. It was very hard for me to even communicate, interact, be around people. Why? Because I wanted to be perfect. I wanted to be textbook or magazine perfect, not knowing that even the people on the magazines are not the people on the magazine. Whenever we attach to having something a certain way, better than all, uh-uh. Whenever we are attached to having something a certain way, better than it already is, we are almost by definition engaged in a losing battle. And as I was reading that, what came to mind for many of us is when we get into relationships, we want to change the people that we get in a relationship with. The man wants to change the woman wants to change the man. But you have already seen the person in the way that you meet them or the way that you met them. There's a possibility that they will never change unless they decide to change. So you can't change them. But usually we want things a certain way than it already is, which is why there's a saying that you have to see life as it is, see everything as it is, see everybody as they are. Don't try to change them. Now, if people come to you asking for advice and whatever, then that's a whole different story, right? But you actively trying to change people and to change things, usually it just takes you to a mental breakdown or to your own downfall because nothing is perfect. Nobody is perfect. Life is perfect the way it is, but at the same time, life it's not perfect. So everything is already perfect in the way it is. You are perfect the way you are. But at the same time, you will never be perfect, right? It's a, how do they call it? I forgot the word that I want to say, right? It contradicts each other. But at the same time, it is what it is. Now, that's the part of the cons. Now, when we talk about the pros of perfectionism, wanting things to be perfect, going towards perfecting things. Sorry, my uh, phone just dinged from our campus. The pros, if you are, let's take it this way, healing, There's a saying that healing is a lifetime journey. You will never get it. You will never get there. And I'm saying that thinking of Abraham Hicks in my mind. You will never get it. You will never get there. You're always walking towards it. For me, that's how I see perfectionism now. These videos that I do every single day, the people that I talk to, every day I'm looking at how can I be better. I'm not walking towards being a perfectionist, but I'm walking towards being better, improving myself, improving my life, improving my health, right? Improving my relationships. Let me. Improving everything around me and the way that I see life in general. Now, the more I do that for myself, the more I see the changes happen around me. When I was toxic, I was around toxic people. When I became aware and conscious of my toxic ways and changed them, I started to be around different types of people. When I had a broke mindset, I was around broke people. When I changed that mindset and have started to have more of an abundant mindset, then the people around me change, right? The quote is coming to mind. You cannot change the people around me, but you can change the people around you. Let me say that again. You cannot change the people around you, but you can change the people around you. Think about that very deeply. But it's all you, because everybody around you is a reflection of you. Your environment is a reflection of you. The people you talk to, the people you married, your family, your friends, the people you work with, everybody is a reflection of you. So I don't call it perfectionism anymore. It's more of there's always room for improvement. There's always room to be better, to learn more, to grow. Because even if you meditate and you sit down, you're not doing nothing, but you're doing everything. That in itself helps you be better, right? Why is my nose? Okay, I'm going to end it here. See, now, it's quite interesting that this is happening to me right now that I'm recording. I'm looking at the here. I'm looking at myself here. Because there was a time in my life I would be devastated if this happened to me. I would be devastated. I would take off the live. I would delete the live or download it and have it edited. But I choose not to do that because why? I'm talking about perfectionism. I used to be a perfectionist. That happening to me live on air because I used to work at a TV station. Oh, this is a lot of cards. We just get one card and I'm still reading from How to Love Yourself, Tarot Cards, by Louise Hay. So if trying to be a perfectionist is more of a detriment, that's the cons of perfectionism. That's the one that brings you down. That's the one that destroys you. But if it feels good to improve yourself every day, that's a different story. Let's read this. My home is a reflection of me, and I choose to make it a wonderful place to live. I live and work in comfort and ease and beauty. I am always safe. I am eternal. I will go on forever, from experience to experience. Lifetime after lifetime, I am a shining spirit, a beautiful light. Exactly what I was talking about, isn't it? We'll see you again in day 3. We are going to complete this book, and every day we will read a chapter, dissect it, talk about it in our own life experience, and see how we can grow from it and be better. See you again.